They say love is natural and that it just happens. But true love, deep, unwavering love, is something that we build, nurture, and grow. So if loving the Prophet ﷺ is necessary for our faith, how do we build it? How do we increase it? And how do we nurture this love? As you now know, you cannot love someone you do not know. The more we learn about the Prophet ﷺ, the more our hearts incline towards him. The more we learn about his patience, his mercy, his humor, his struggles. When we truly know him, we cannot help but love him. Before Islam, even his companions opposed him, but the moment they got to know him, they were willing to die for him. The example of Thumama ibn Uthal radiallahu anhu, who was once a sworn enemy of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After spending time with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he declared, "There was no one I hated more than you, and now there is no one I love more than you." Also, with intentional imitation, we can build our love of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because the more you follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the closer you feel to him, and the greater the love you will develop for him. Also, as they say, out of sight, out of mind. However much you love someone and they go out of sight, they run out of your mind. But when you want to build love, when you want to nurture love, you can nurture it through connection. Or even when someone is out of sight, but they're not out of mind, because you're still connected to them in one way or the other. And the Prophet ﷺ told us one of the strongest ways that we can connect with him is sending salawat to him. And every time we say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, the Prophet ﷺ receives it. And the more we send salawat, the more our hearts are drawn towards him. Because he says, the closest to me on the day of judgment will be those who send the most blessings upon me. And now, our love for the Prophet ﷺ is there, however little it might be. Because just listening to this series up to this step, it means there is a bit of love of the Prophet ﷺ that lies there. It just needs to be nurtured. It just needs to be built harder for that love to increase. Will you take the first step? Oh Allah, grant us the honor of being with the Prophet ﷺ in Jannah.